Card, do you want to do a little off-season vibes update for the first time in a while?
Sure, why not?
We love a good vibes update, right?
Is this the first one too?
I think this is the first true off-season vibes update for a program that we've had this off-season.
Are
Yeah.
you good to go?
I'm good to go. Are you good to go?
I make sure. I mean, you've taken a long time off. I feel like body language, vibes. Is it just something you jump right back into? Is it something you need like a couple preseason things like this to get it going? Like, how are we doing here?
I feel ready for this moment. I'm also gonna try to put a lot of my like body language reading aside for this one, and
Okay.
instead just like take in the obvious, take in the things that are out in front of us for us to evaluate. Okay, Illinois has some highlights, some cut-ups for their practice tape for the first time this offseason. Everybody knows it was the first week of practice last week, and we did a video on Friday just like freaking out at all the various practice tapes. You can go watch it on the channel if you want. There were a bunch that Riley Davis made us talk about. This is the first I've seen of Illinois, and by default, that means we get a first look at like all of the guys here for the first time. Now, not all the guys were here. It does, I guess, warrant being said. I think Merez Johnson was not in the video because he hasn't joined Illinois yet, as far as I know, from Team USA. And I believe the overseas guys, Ivisic and Casparis, have not formally gotten there yet. However, Casparis has touched down in the state of Illinois. I think he took a picture outside of a Pizza Hut in Chicago and said, "Champagne, I'm here." So where do we start? Do you want to start with Casparis in a Chicago Pizza Hut saying hello, Champagne, or do you want to start with the practice tape?
Let's start with Kasparis. What size shoes does he wear?
That looked like a 7.5. I'm really
uh,
concerned about his feet.
no, 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 no. This is okay. You probably don't look at it like this. This is massive that he's doing this because I think he's truly being an international prospect. I think international prospects, their first time over here or when they are over here, I need them to act like they're seeing things for the first time. So if a Pizza Hut wows them, that's massive moving forward. I need him to act like he hasn't been here. When he sees like his first when he sees his first BP gas station, his first Wawa, I need him to lose it. That's what I want. I don't want him going to Papa Del's or Monocle's or Chicago Deep Dish. No, I need him to be starstruck by a Pizza Hut, by Hungry Howie's. Like that is massive moving forward. Shoe size is something I'm watching because it's given 7.5 vibes.
It was scary. There's no other way to verbalize this other than go see for yourself. Kasparis's feet look small, and I don't mean to feet watch another grown man, but like Kasparis is supposed to be a big boy. He's supposed to be a big guard. Man's got small feet, according to this picture card. That would terrify me just a tiny little bit. Maybe can we measure his hands next? Like, can we confirm that this man is not having baby hands and feet? That's what I want. But yeah, I like the charm of him at a Pizza Hut, and I think there's some background story here. There were people alluding to the fact that this might be like a Brad Underwood thing with
Yeah,
Pizza Hut.
something about in a Pizza Hut parking lot. Like
Yeah,
there was some quote.
yeah. So like
I didn't look that up.
I think this is a good sign that Kasparis is like in tune with Illinois basketball culture. Like he's already an everyday guy, right?
Oh, 100%. If there is some connection, I need to find this out. Honestly, I should have had this. Oh, Brad Underwood explains fighting in a Pizza Hut parking lot.
Yeah. Okay. So Kasparis is like very in tune with Brad Underwood culture. I love that. I'm very in on
Wait,
that.
no, okay, no, this is massive Illini Nation. Kasparis might be the one. If he
Why?
cropped out his feet in this one, if this picture, I'd be all in. But he's already an everyday guy. He's
Yeah,
already
it's big.
he's already taken on the mindset of his coach, in my opinion.
Okay, so to the actual cut up of the highlights from practice on the Illinois Twitter, you can go see the video we're breaking down here on Illinois Twitter. The caption was building connections, hashtag Illini, hashtag HTTO, hashtag everyday guys. We're so back. Can we just step back and just realize that we're so back right now? Okay, what are your takeaways from watching this video? I've watched this about 125 times, Cart.
Well, first off, I want to send a big shout out to their social media team because they're with the culture. They got that Babyface E on as the tunes for the tape. That's massive. I recognize the game. If I ever get a chance to shake the person's hand who was responsible for that, I will do so with a firm, good eye contact and very elongated handshake. With that said, there were some clips in here that were very interesting. Obviously the Ty Rodgers knocking down multiple jump shots, which didn't move me as much as it moved others because I've been like saying this for a long time now. I've seen Ty Rodgers shoot before. Like the form's not broken. It's not like especially at the high school level, it was fine, which makes me a little bit more shocked on why he's just proven to be an awful shooter and an awful free throw shooter at his time in Illinois. Secondly, Illinois has the possibility to be an all hair team. A lot of different hairstyles going around between Bam Bam, Trey White. Then you have the Jake Davises of the world, and last but not least, that Hum Rich's step back's gonna feed my family for a long time. Humidifier is a bucket, and I'm with it, and I
I want
like
to
it.
go on record. Humidifier's bad. I would implore you and beg you as a friend to not make that a thing all season.
Can I? Well, what do I make a thing?
I think humidifier works if he's bad, but if you believe that he's good, that's horrible.
How do you pronounce his last name?
Humrickhouse.
Humrickhouse?
Yeah, Humrickhouse.
Can't call him Hummer.
You could call him Hummer.
I'm not calling another man Hummer. Are you insane?
All right. Hair team for sure. I do question like how much hair is a little too much hair at a certain point. There's a lot of hair going on here. You know?
Is the thumbnail for this video going to be Illinois basketball? Good vibes, too much hair?
Just a lot of hair going on here. Okay. I have player by player takeaways from this. You want it? You want them?
Yeah, of course I do.
The big winner of this video is Bam Bam Boswell. It's Kylin Boswell. It is not a coincidence that the first player you see on the first practice video of the new season is Kylin Boswell. I believe this is the best player on Illinois. I believe the social media team is acting like he's the best player on Illinois. The very first thing you see is Kylin Boswell dribbling the ball. You see Kylin Boswell pointing things out to his teammates, leading. You see clips of him getting buckets later in the video. He is the most prominently featured Illinois player. He is, I would say, featured throughout. He's the only guy who like started, middle, and ended this video. This is Kylin Boswell's team. Yes, I'm taking that as a huge leap and a sign that Brad Underwood and coaches like what they've seen from Kylin thus far. And by the way, this summer, a lot of guys have like just arrived or kind of come in and out. Now we're in Champaign. Now we're here. Kylin's been there. Like, let's not forget, Champaign is home for Kylin. And he's been in the gym for like a month and a half working. His body already looks way better. I think this is Kylin Boswell's team.
Yeah. The thing is, I think it needs to stop eventually. They're pushing a little bit too much of the Kylin Boswell isn't fat anymore propaganda, and we get it. I understand it. That they're gonna keep pushing that throughout the season. I'm gonna keep my eye on that, but I know what they're doing. I peep game. They want everyone to know that Boswell's been with Fletch, and Boswell has basically stayed out of champagne bars.
I just
Which
want to
I
say
respect.
I disagree with you also because if either one of us ever like really shedded all of our fat, I would want to flaunt that daily, hourly, maybe. You know, like
Yeah, I mean, of course, but
it's got to be a big part of this. Okay, moving on. Just go player by player here. The only DGL sighting we get is a clip of him running in between plays. Noted. Do I need to speak on that anymore? Or
no.
okay. Trey White hair's crazy. Like, had no idea Trey White had hair like that. Respect. You know how I've had the theory for years that just eye test, you can tell some guys have it or don't.
Mm-hmm.
Trey White is very strong on one side of the spectrum in that exercise. Like, very, very strong.
You know what it is?
What?
It's a side where he looks like he should be amazing, but he's just okay.
So the hair mixed with they showed like a jumper from Trey after. He actually had a really nice like step through post move, and then he had a jumper later in the video. The jumper form was like really pushy, like really pushy. And I'm not a shot doctor. I have horrible form myself, but just off eye test from this video, I don't feel better about Trey White than I did coming in. Who Rickhouse's shot was sick. Step back in like live game action. Love that. Looked very pure. I'm buying him Rickhouse stock based on this video. A lot of Ty Rodgers smiles. Good to see he's still being great locker room Ty. The Ty Rodgers jumpers are the part of this video everyone wants to talk about. What's most notable about the Ty Rodgers jumpers in this video, Cart?
It's just him shooting around.
It did not come in game action at all.
Yeah.
Ty could have been doing this last year. You have said it. Ty could do this in high school. This is not like some new development that Ty can swish jumpers with a rebounder from the elbow.
He's a college basketball player.
Yeah, he's been doing this. It's great, smart of the social media team to show this, but this does not mean that Ty has a jumper, in my opinion. Suddenly, no Jake Davis sighting until we had the fists in the middle of the huddle at the end of the video.
Well, he's who got scored on by Humricious.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's good that he got scored on.
No, it's good that we didn't see Jake Davis.
I like that spin. I like that spin. Yeah, I'm still kind of wondering why we took Jake Davis, to be honest.
It's disrespectful to Luke Goody.
Yeah.
He didn't deserve this.
Yeah, didn't love that. Great hair once again. All in all, do you feel better or worse about Illinois after seeing this first cut up video?
I feel the same.
I feel better because I like just seeing these dudes in a circle. Brad has a lot to work with.
Who's the coach who was wearing goggles?
I don't know.
Looked like Robbie Avila's father.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, the biggest part of this video is that Merez and Avicic and Casparis weren't even there.
Why is it the biggest?
Because I think that's 3 of their 4 best players next season.
Oh.
And I already like what they look like without those 3. I feel good about this group.
Okay, so in preseason video rankings, where's this fall?
It's the best Big Ten video I've seen so far.
How many Big Ten videos have you seen?
2.
And one was USC, wasn't it?
One was Purdue. I forgot USC's in the league, so this is the best of 3.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say a lot of it has to do with the music choice. So I really want to point that out. I see that they're people of the culture.
Not enough Brad for my liking. That'd be the last little piece of critique.
Yeah, there should be some Brad sound bites in there.
Yeah, let me at least get like a Brad voiceover. You know.
Yeah, or use us if you want anything, any voice notes to throw over this. Just let us know. Shoot us a DM. We'll do some readings. I've been called light-skinned Morgan Freeman in some circles. I don't know those circles, but.
Yeah, you haven't been called. The NBA draft is coming up, and I've got something awesome for you. We are partnering with the people at NBA 2K Lab. NBA 2K is the best video game on earth. The people at 2K Lab are making some awesome stuff to make that game even more fun, and they just launched their 2024 NBA Draft Simulator, where you can find the official Sleepers Media Big Board. We ranked our top 75 players in this draft class. Me, Carter, Brian Ralph, Riley Davis. We did it together, and it is featured on the 2K Lab NBA Draft Simulator. You can take control of any team in the draft, play GM with just one click, and see our entire rankings before these videos even come out. Check out the link in the description of this video to try out the draft sim for yourself, and you can find more mini games at nba2klab.com/NBA-mini-games.